This is Ryan Gregoire with another NYSAC News video update. I'm here today to tell you a little bit about what the legislative team has been doing here at NYSAC. As you'll recall, just a few weeks ago, we were all in Erie County to pass our NYSAC policy resolutions. This really formed the foundation and the base for our advocacy efforts going into next year. Now, session may seem like a long ways away, but January is just around the corner. And I want to give you a highlight of some of the resolutions that you all passed and provide you with a snapshot going forward as to what we're going to be pursuing with the state legislature when they reconvene. So, just a couple weeks ago, we all took a stance on Next Gen 911. This is an issue that's facing all of our counties. There is not enough funding to be able to provide text to 911, video calls to 911 for your residents and constituents. We know this. The country knows this. We're all struggling with it. But there's a resolution that's calling on New York State to start thinking about how do we roll this out? How do we get this technology out to the counties so when your constituent calls 911, they have the 21st technology to be able to connect with your dispatch? That's one opportunity. There's another policy resolution that you all passed on the Connect All program. This was funded in last year's state budget, which included funding to provide broadband and rural cellular services throughout the state of New York. We applaud Governor Hochul and the state legislature for doing this, but we need these funds to be expedited. We need to get the resources into your hands. So there's just a couple of ideas of a couple examples of policy resolutions that you all passed. That formed the foundation of the legislative program, which the Ledge team here at NYSAC is putting our finishing touches on. This will serve as the vehicle and the primary advocacy tool that everyone in the Capitol will know about. When a state lawmaker receives the 2023 NYSAC legislative program, they know what your priorities are. So just a couple things to keep in mind as you start to reconvene and re-engage with your state delegation. Everyone's sales tax reauthorizations are up in 2023. So we need you to be having that conversation now with your state delegation to get these bills reintroduced. Of course, here at NYSAC, we're going to be pressing the state to do this for all the counties, but you should also be doing this on one-on-one conversations with your state legislators. Couple other areas to be aware of. There was a recent Supreme Court decision in New York City that would provide increased rates for the assigned counsel program. These are attorneys that represent indigent individuals with their legal defense. We fully expect the state to increase these rates for the remainder of the state outside of New York City, but we need them to pay for that increase. It's impossible for you guys to budget for it. So we need the state to be doing this. That's another point to be having, and that's going to be a priority of the Association of Counties. The last area that I wanted to touch on was civil service reforms. We have heard from across the state that municipalities and counties are struggling with recruiting and retaining their public employee workforce. We have suggested a series of policy reforms, again, part of a resolution at the fall seminar, and we're asking state lawmakers to make these reforms in the state budget and the legislative session. So just to recap what we've just talked about, you can find the NYSAC resolutions on our website at nysac.org/resolutions. And our legislative program and all of our advocacy material are found under the advocacy page. You can do two things here. You can go to our homepage to find these resources, or you can type it into your browser. And of course, you can always call the NYSAC team, and we will be more than happy to assist you. So again, thank you for tuning into this update. We'll have a lot more to share as we get closer to session and as we make our way through the state budget process.